It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divas That Care. My name is Candice Gish. Well, everyone, we are doing a special program today. If you've been tuning into the Divas That Care, we've been doing special series for an upcoming anthology that we're doing, Animal Prints on My Soul. So myself, along with a few of our other hosts, have had the amazing pleasure to interview the authors that are in this anthology. If this is your very first time tuning into the Divas That Care, a huge welcome. The Divas That Care is going to be going into its 12th season here. Oh my gosh, time is flying. And we are listened to in over 30 countries around the world. And it's because of all of you guys that we're able to do this. So thank you all so very much. All right, as I said, today we have a special episode, and I have the great pleasure to interview Steph Skupin. So Steph, welcome to the Divas That Care.
Thanks, Candice. I'm so excited to be here again.
Well, I'm excited to have the pleasure to interview you. Steph, would you mind introducing yourself to my listeners today?
Right. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. My name, as Candice said already, is Steph Skupin. I'm on Divas That Care as an animal communicator. I wear several hats, but this is how Candice and I got together initially, because I'm an animal communicator, and many of those that have contributed, one of those that contributed to the book. I used to be a veterinarian, and that's also how I got into animal communication, because I met an animal communicator, and as a veterinarian, I could see how amazing the work that she was doing helped with, solving behavior problems in animals. So, yeah, that's who I am. And so now that's one of the jobs I do, is that I communicate with animals, but I'm no longer working as a veterinarian, however.
I love it. And you are inspiring so many people. And one of the greatest things that I love when I have the opportunity to talk with our divas that have been on a program and listen to the other episodes from the other hosts is that I'm learning so much. Animal communicators that we've had on the program are absolutely inspiring. And I just love what you are doing. You're helping not just the animals, you're helping the people around them, and you're eliminating, I would say, a lot of stresses in people's lives.
Yep, absolutely. And I think, just being with our animals, like on this more connected level, really helps, like, all of us to let go of a lot of stress, because they are present, and they just help us slow down, and also get in touch with who we are on a different level. Like, they help. It's like the animals. Yeah, they're in our lives. They're like a relationship, like our romantic relationships, family relationships. They are like one of those close relationships. And so they really, really help us be the best people that we can be.
Oh, my gosh. I'm going to agree with you there, because if it wasn't for my animals, I don't think I would be the person that I am today. Being surrounded with them, I love being around nature. I'm in the middle of a blizzard right now where I live, and I'm staring at even the nature outside. I'm all the birds, eating the bird food, and sitting here with my cats. And, it's an amazing feeling to be surrounded by animals, and what they can do for you, I think, as a person, is you can't even explain it.
Yes. No, it does. Yeah, it's not explainable. That's right. And that's, like, one of the things mine do is, like, for one thing, the dog gets you out every day. Right? And, once you start seeing that as a chore, and you go like, well, this is actually such a blessing. You feel such gratitude for the dog,
Yes.
And the cat
comes
around
I couldn't agree with you more.
Right, and then the cat comes around like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and walks over my keyboard going like, okay, do you think you can let that stop working now? Come on, let's have a cuddle.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, I'm going to ask you, Steph, why did you decide to submit your story into this anthology?
That's such a good question. But I'm like I'm often so impulsive, and I'm just listening to the intuition that comes in. And so I got the invitation, and you know, I looked at it. I looked at the email, and just the story just wrote. It was like, oh, okay, here's the story. Okay, well, I'll write it. So I didn't have to think about it, you know. It just came up in response to that invitation.
You know what? I find that's quite interesting that you just said that, because I had a few of the other authors say the same thing. It just came to them instantly that this is a story that they had to share. So tell me, what is your story about?
Okay. My story is about getting to know that there are spirit animal guides in my life that are like really like personal okay. So this is, yes. The story is how I first got contacted or got to see the spirit of an animal. And it was like when I was early working as a veterinarian the first couple of years, and I adopted my first cat, and she was killed by a dog. As a kitten, I only had her a couple of days. And, you know, I was devastated because I was, you know, I felt responsible for it. I thought I should have known better. I should have kept better care of her. And I was so angry at the dog as well. He was a, you know, Staffordshire Bull Terrier. And then that night, as I was sitting in my room crying, she came to me. She came to me as a spirit cat. It was so clear. It was like this cat walked in, you know, into the room. And like I had medical scientific training, so I was not prepared for that at all. And so, you know, it really rocked my world. And the feeling I got from her as she walked in was like, it's fine. There was, you know, everything is okay. Like there's nothing wrong here.
Yeah.
So it was such a peaceful and assuring feeling. And then I didn't ever have another animal spirit appear to me that clearly, but the feeling of them coming back after death and you know, telling me it's fine, that I've had
so
that
powerful.
Sense. And it is totally powerful, because it really changed my my experience of death as well on a different, you know. And so the story that I wrote is about that first experience, and then other animals that came back after death, and how that impacted my development as a veterinarian, and then, like, you know, going into animal communication. It opened my mind to the possibility that there is something like animal communication. Without that, I probably would have, as a veterinarian, said, like, yeah, sure, whatever, you can continue to delude yourself. But, you know, it was such a powerful experience that I couldn't just disregard it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited that you had shared that, because a lot of people are probably skeptical about what you have shared, you know, what you've gone through. And I think it's really important for people to read it. Animals have been such a big impact in my life, and they've taught me so many lessons. There's more to life than meets the eye, and we have to be open to realizing that.
I agree with you. Like, you know what, Candace, I wouldn't even say we have to, but it's a pleasure to be. And, you know, it just accesses, the more open we can be, the more joy we can allow into our hearts. That's just really, you know, nobody has to do this. It's like, but
no,
once
they don't.
you start it, it's just, there's just so much access to more joy. And one of my teachers, Byron Katie, says, like, once you open, the more open your mind is, the more open your heart becomes. And, you know, that is where our joy for life is. So, you know, you don't have to, but I can highly recommend it.
Oh, yes. And, well, I can see that it's really impacted your life in such a positive way.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, totally.
Can I ask you, Steph, why do you think it's important to read an anthology like this, specifically now?
Well, it's like, as you said, it's, you know, things are shifting in this world. It's like, and a lot of the spiritual teachers that are out there nowadays, they're saying, like, well, we're really in a moment of shift where you can see there's so much negativity on the planet, but at the same time, there is a growing community of more and more spiritual people out there. And, I think people that talk to the animals, animal communicators, there is an energy healer. That community aids to that spiritual development. So, I think the more you can open your mind to, things that are not within your daily comfort zone, like things that are maybe not that you maybe didn't believe in before. The more you can open your mind to it, the more you can open your heart to it, the less negativity there will be in the world. So all of these kind of this kind of story collection is doing that. It's like let your heart be touched, and so you can be part of the people that bring the positive aspects into the world.
I love that. And that's exactly what the Divas That Care has always been about, is bringing kindness and love and inspiring and empowering as many people as we can, because I really believe it's that ripple effect. And if we can inspire one other person and help one other person, then they can do the same for others. So thank you so much, Steph, for being a contributor in this amazing anthology. I am beyond excited. Your story is absolutely amazing. So how can our listeners get a hold of you, Steph, to find out more information about you and what you're doing and to work with you?
I've got my animal communication site is called People Animal Communication. It's on Facebook. And I'm actually starting a new course in February about questioning what our judgments on animals. So, again, it's about, opening mind further so that your heart can be more open, so that you can be more in touch with the animals. And so the information will be there. You can also get hold of me by email. It's steph@theleaderswork.com. The Leaders Work is my other company where I'm working with people, to question our judgments and to lessen suffering in the world. And so that's a website as well, so you can get hold of me through that. Animal communication can be booked over the Facebook page, over email, or you can send me a text. That's a 509-846-6303. And I always talk with people first before I charge, because I want to make sure that expectations are that I can meet expectations. So getting in touch with me obviously is not going to cost you anything.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And for all of our listeners, I will be posting all of Steph's social media on our site also. Steph, thank you so much for being a part of the Animal Prints on My Soul. For all of you listeners, her story is called Spirit Animals, and you want to check that out.
Okay, thanks so much, Candace, and Happy New Year to everybody, and Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you so much, and to you also. And a huge thank you to all of our listeners. As I was mentioning at the beginning of the program, it's because of all of you that we've had these amazing opportunities within the Divas That Care to do these amazing anthologies, to interview all these inspiring people around the world. So thank you all. Make sure that you check this book. It is going to be available right away here. Again, it's called The Animal Prints on My Soul. I hope that all of you had a fantastic day and that you remember to do something kind. Until next time, everyone.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.